Hey, welcome back to another video for making a village simulator. Hope you're enjoying this. We got the villagers moving around and going to a house to eat. What I would like to do in this video, maybe really quick, is have the uh, villagers actually kind of own the house in some way. So let's go right to it. Let's get to the let's see, the building. So maybe in the building, we're going to have a public list of, let's see, public list of, I really don't like this, but village controllers. We call it village controllers. And let's say new list of village controllers. And what this will do is who lives at this building. Uh, and it could be whether who lives slash works at this building. All right, and we're going to also have a public int total occupants. So total number, and we'll say 2 by default. All right, let's save that. Let's go to the village controller. So when do we want to do this? How often should it look for a house to live in? That's a good question. Well, let's say maybe when it chooses to eat. Actually, let's go to the top here. We're going to say public building home. Okay, and this is the building that I call home. All right, we'll probably eventually have one public building work home building. Let's just work building. This is the building where I work. Okay, pretty good. Let's go down to our AI. And let's see. How about when it gets hungry for the first time? And let's just put testing for home. Find a house to call home. If house if home building is not equal to null, that means we have one. We're going to, let's see, this is carrying object. This is, if we already have some food, then go home. Let's do this. If home building is not equal to null, if it equals to null, we're going to get a place to eat. Interactable. Let's take this out. Let's put this here. interactables. Let's get rid of this actually. So if all right, back up here. If count. So this is if it does not equal to null. How about we do this first? If it equals to null, if we're going to loop through all the interactables for each interactable in interactables, or interactable in interactables. For each of those, if interactable. Now we've already, in this function right here, we get all the types of eat. That has an interactable of eat. Let me just put a little thing here. We'll need to change if we have different types of buildings that you can't live in, but you could eat. And actually we could probably, let's see, in our building, let's see, we have a type, so we do have a type house. Let's go here. If interactable, actually let's do this for each one. We're going to say building is equal to interactable dot get component and get the building component on there. All right. And then here, we're going to say if building is equal dot type is equal to building type dot house, and the building dot total occupants is less than or equal to the building dot villagers controllers dot count. So all right, so this is saying if it's a house, and so we probably did just fix that. All right, loop through all the interactables and make sure it's a house and there is still a place to live. Okay, so it's only going to do this. Now we might not put this here, but for now we'll leave this. Just when it gets hungry, we're going to go and find a house. So the build house, village controller count, make sure that it's a house, make sure the total, sorry, we want total occupants. Yeah, it's less than this. Now we're going to add this interactable as our home. So we're going to say home building is equal to building. All right, and then we're going to say building dot total occupants is plus equal to 1, and the building dot village controllers add this. So now, this is finding a home. If we have a home, we want to do this. Let's see, we can probably just put it right here. Whoops. Here, let me copy this. If it has a home, we're going to say, let's see, my place to eat, interactable, my place to eat, my place to eat is equal to so we're going to have this variable called my place to eat, which is interactable. If we have a home, we're going to get the interactable of our home. So is equal to home building dot get component eat. All right. Else, we'll then search for a home. And why doesn't like that? List of interactables cannot be. Oh, because of this right here. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to say if interactable is not equal is whoops. If it's not equal to null. Okay. So that's good. All right. So actually, we don't want to say. I'm going to say my place to eat. If my place to eat is not null, why doesn't it like that? Unassigned local variable. I don't like that. Okay. Okay, so we'll just do this real quick. If it's false, if found a place. So if it's true, we're going to say my place to eat. Oh man, do you have to? Do you have to do a new interactable for this? That just doesn't make sense. I don't like that. Come on, Unity or C# or whichever one's. This is really, really dumb. Private void create task to eat. We're going to send it the interactable. Interactable. Okay. Okay, let's get this right. Let's take all this, put it in here. So we're going to send it interactable. So let's change this to interactable. Change this to interactable. And then here we will say interactable create task to eat interactable. And we might want to kind of do this for all of our different tasks, separate them out of this long code here. We don't want to say interactable, we want to say my place to eat. And we'll have to do it here too. Oops. All right, so we could actually all right, let's see. So we've created it. We're going to say found place to eat is true. There's probably always a better way of doing this. Probably a lot of things we could probably do better, but this is just how I'm going to do it. And we will say found place to eat. If we did not find a place to eat, we're going to do that. Whoops, else. No, if not found place to eat, just eat. Okay. So let's just go through this really quick. So if we're hungry and we're not currently eating, if we do not have a home building, we're going to see if we can find one. We'll need to change so here we have a home building. Loop through other interactables. Right. For each interactable, if the building type is this, and it's the occupants are not or full or not full in our building, then we're going to add the home building. All right. Now, if we're ever carrying an object, we're going to first see if we have a home. And if we have a home, we're going to create a task to go to that home. If not, we're just going to find some place to eat. We actually don't want to do this at all. We probably don't ever want to just randomly go into a home that we don't live at to eat. Let's just take this out. I'm just going to comment it out. So we should never go into a home that we don't live in to eat. All right, save it. We're going to just test it one time. We're just going to try it here. See if it works. Let's chop down a tree. Let's first just build this house. All right, there we go. We want to kind of change that, I think. All right, so if I pause the game and I go to, all right, we got to stop this. Come on. Come on. What was I thinking? Building, storehouse. Right now we don't have any total occupants, do we? In our building. This doesn't even. Oh, here it is. Total occupant. Oh, 2. That was the default. All right, we're going to have a little bit more complex system, I think, when it comes to owning a home. All right, he's slowly building it. So again, let's just pause it. Let's see if we can find that house. Right now, under our building, we can see there's no village controllers yet. So let's go eat. Let's get a berry. Okay, we have the berry. We have a null reference. All right. My eat is equal to home building dot get component eat. Okay. Let's unpause it. Let's go to our project. This type is house. The storehouse is also house. We don't want a house. We want storage. It picked the storage as its house, if you're wondering. All right, we're building it. Go chop down that bush after you build. Good job, other Bob. Okay. Well, you let Bob do all the work. Who's going to get that berry first? Looks like Bob is going to get the berry first. So again, let me just click on the house. Village controller is empty. Pick that up. Still empty, and we're still getting null reference. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's kind of strange. Here, let's look at the village controller and see what is going on. Home building is none. That's kind of strange. Let me just double check both of these. Home building is none. Villager, home building is none. Yet. Yeah, home. Why would it come here if it was none? Who is causing this error? Let me just double check. Let me see him. Yeah, they both didn't pick a house. So what is wrong here? Home building is equal to, if home building is equal to null, home building is equal to building. If home building is null, so we don't have one. Right? Isn't that what this would mean if it's none? Just give it the house. Okay. Wait, where are they both? Are they both going? Where are you going? Why are you going to the storehouse? Okay, we got some issues here. Now we're getting this kind of. This has happened before, where you see how he automatically gets a task. Even though there are no tasks, I've looked through this. It's something I just need to fix, and I can't quite figure out why this is happening. I just have a feeling like something with their, like it's not ever creating the task. Like I have a debug. If I go to my task manager, I have a debug that says create a task. If I go here and push play, he didn't create a task. Why would he go and do a task? Somehow he's saying he has a task. If I turn him off, okay, we don't get that problem. Turn him back on. We get that problem. Let's see if I turn off the other Bob. See? Isn't that weird? But now I turn him back on. So now he's doing it. Somehow they're getting these phantom tasks. You can even see if I pause it. Here's a task. None. I'm still kind of baffled why. Because he should never move unless he has a task. And I've even put like a break here and gone through it to kind of check to see when he gets a task, and he'll go through several frames where he doesn't have where he's trying to get a task, and then all of a sudden he gets one. But then after a while, after playing it for a while, it just stops. It fixes itself. So I don't know if there's something with the garbage collecting. We're creating these tasks, we're adding them to different lists, they're getting removed from the list, but is it somehow staying in the system? I really don't know. I don't know enough about that kind of stuff. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't know if that will kind of fix things, because we had some leftover tasks from the last time we were playing, and maybe that's why. Hey, look at that. It stopped. So maybe that's why. Maybe it just didn't like that serialized thing. All right, well, we're going to just put a break in the video. I'm going to just look at that, the bug with the home, and try to maybe work on that off camera. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.